Yeah, let me try to get at it this way. I think all of the things that Phyllis Hill listed and that you just mentioned, all of these moments are important. But I think we need to step back just a little bit and talk about the concept of full employment and what that actually means. Because when we look throughout the history of Black activism in this country, when we look at, for instance, in the modern period, King and Bayard Rustin and A. Philip Randolph and, moving forward, Black Panther Party and so forth, that one of the current constant themes that run throughout all of that genre of Black activism is this understanding of full employment. But it is a distinctly different conception than that they had of full employment than what you typically get from mainstream economists. So full employment, when we look at it from the perspective of Black activism and the programs that Black activists have advocated and tried to organize around, it has at least two components to it. And that is both a quantitative component, numbers of jobs. We need jobs. We need more jobs. But not only that, the qualitative component. So that in qualitative meaning, things like wages and decent wages and working conditions and access to healthcare. So to simply argue for more jobs is not enough, right? I mean, during slavery, we all had a gig, right? But that's hardly constitutes full employment. And so we have to always constantly bring together the quantitative and the qualitative dimension. We hear, I think, too much talk, for instance, solely about the quantitative. We need more jobs, we need more jobs, we need more jobs. Yes, we do need more jobs, but we need jobs that enable people to live a life that's consistent with human dignity. And so when we look at different phases of the struggle that we've engaged in different areas of Black activism, that's always been there. That concern both about the quantity and the quality of jobs have always been there. We have to always resist, I think, any attempt to decouple that, to pull apart the quantitative and the qualitative part of it. One of the things that COVID-19 has, I think, revealed is, underlying fissures that we knew already exist. And in terms of jobs and in terms of not only the quantitative aspect, but also in terms of the qualitative aspect. We have had, we hear, for instance, and rightly so, that individuals can have certain preconditions. The body can have certain preconditions that will make them vulnerable to the ravages that the virus can bring.
Right.
What I will also suggest that there's a body economic that also have preconditions, and that body economic and the preconditions that body economic had, lack of healthcare, lack of sick pay, high levels of unemployment, has made that body very vulnerable to the virus. And so I think that to sort of play with that, and I'm going to end right here, I think that a good part of organizing and Black activism, as well as some of the things that Phyllis Hill listed, is trying to heal the Black body economic.
Wow.
And that just as, I'm diabetic, so I have a underlying precondition, right? But this economy has underlying preconditions also. High rates of unemployment, high rates of joblessness, and it's absolutely critical, I think, as we organize our folk and we engage with them, that we raise up and talk about the multiple preconditions that the body economic has.
Wow.
And the multiple ways in which those preconditions has exposed it to, not only now, but historically, to viruses and other economic catastrophes.
Wow. Doc, you always come laying some stuff on us, man, taking us to a new place. Immediately, my theological mind went to the idea of the body, right? When we use this sort of anthropological, right, theological understanding of the body of Christ, or the Christian body, right? And we say, you know, you can't say to the arm, I have no need of you, or to the hand, but we think about this in a total sense, not individualized. And so it sounds like what you're pushing us to, if we're going to build coalition, we have to build coalition understanding the Black sort of body moving inside of this economic space, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a very, very different way to look at this than we have been, almost in the sense of my family, my church, my community, my whatever, right? Versus the Black body economic, and then what's going to move us up. That's a whole nother thought process, sir, that you're taking us on. I hope I'm not pushing your point too far.
No, I think the point, I think you're making the point well. The only other thing that I would add, and I'm hoping that Dr. Francois will have something to say about this, is that whenever we try to heal the economic body, the body economic, and the Black body economic in particular, one of the first things that comes up is, well, we ain't got the money. We can't do it. So your body will have to continue to suffer. And we'll pray for your body, or we'll hope that your body gets well, right? But we don't have the resources to direct to the healing of the body economic in general and the Black body economic in particular.